Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Graybeard Gaming and you're watching another episode of... Which series is this again? No, I'm just kidding. It's Vintage Poorboy. So, well, we have this new seeder here and I thought it's a good time to give it a shot, see how it works. So, let's do that. Gonna have to turn down my volume on my headphones. It's a little bit too much. Alright. So yeah, we purchased this new seeder, and we did so thinking that, you know, it would just be a good addition, just to kind of keep us, you know, getting the field seeded a little bit more quickly. The other one's fine. This one's just this is a 6 meter width, so it does have the ability just to go a little bit wider, and to me I think it goes 1 mile per hour slower. So instead of 9 miles an hour, which it's actually running at 9, but it's supposed to only run at 8, so in theory this will do 54 meters of field in an hour, whereas the other one I think runs at 9 miles an hour at 4 meters, so we're talking 36. So it does an additional 18 meters in of width in an hour over our other drill. The only issue is this thing, it's a bit on the heavy side for this particular tractor. We have the horsepower, but well, actually I think we're 5 horsepower short of having the horsepower, but for what we're doing, I think we'll be all right. Now the other field across the road here, we're getting that also planted as oat, and that will continue with that tractor on. I won't set this tractor up to take a worker until that drill is empty and we have to go refill that seed drill. But I did want to kind of just take a little bit of time and just to see how much we were going to enjoy using this one. I think it's going to make quick work of the field, to be honest. And as far as our money is concerned, we are creeping up to that number which we need to be in order to further grow the size of our farm, which, as you all know, I have been hankering to get my hands on that field over there, but it's expensive. It's over $100,000, and we keep having little expenses prop up here and there, such as feed. So we are gonna have to probably get ourselves a grain mill, and that's just to get our own supply of feed for our pigs. I feel like we're spending so much of our money on trying to just feed the pigs, because they are eating so much every month, and we're periodically selling a pig here and there, which is what they're there for. We also need to get ourselves a spreader of sorts, because I want to start spreading the poo. Start spreading the poo, if you know what I mean. We have a lot of slurry. We have over 40,000 liters, I believe, and it's not going anywhere, so we might as well put it down on our field as a fertilizer layer. And So I do need to buy a tank that we can pull behind a tractor to do that, and I haven't figured out which one, but we definitely need to get something. Alright, so our other drill is just emptied out, so we're going to go ahead and we will get this guy lined up again, and we will release an AI worker. Alright, this field's about halfway done. I mean, we're making decent time on it, so I'm not upset about that. Looks like our grass field is coming along nice. Let's see if we have to fertilize again. We are good on fertilizer and lime, so not to worry there. We have a barley field there, and I believe we have a barley field over here. We're gonna plant sorghum next month, so we're just kind of doing all the things as far as our farm is concerned. Get another 500 liters of seed in here, and we'll get back to our field and get putting more seed in the ground. So as you guys can see, this field's been expanded, and it's a little bit of a pain. I have to do 3 full headlands, or hedgerows, I guess, just to be able to properly turn around and not go into the ditch and all that stuff. It's kind of a pain, but it is what it is, I guess, and we'll just have to deal with it. But I don't like doing it that way, but I don't have a whole lot of choice, because I'm not going to get rid of these trees and this shrub, you know, the bushes and all that. That's all here to stay. But we can at least, you know, provide our tractors with enough space to do their turnaround. There we go. So we're going to set this cruise control really quick, because I do want to take a peek and see what's in the sales. Really, there's nothing that we need. I mean, this trailer would be kind of nice. Just have another tipper trailer, but I'm happy, I guess, with what I have for the moment. We don't necessarily need anything bigger, and if I'm being honest, I would like to eventually replace the 2 dolly trailers, because they just, actually they're all, well, the one's a dolly trailer, but I'd like to just make that into a flatbed and get rid of the other 2 drop bottom trailers, just so that we can get tipper trailers for our feed, and have a flatbed that we use to load up our TMR when we had to buy that, because I'm not going to make my own TMR. I'm just going to keep buying it. It's too much of a hassle. And I guess I say that I won't until we have so many cows that it becomes a bit too expensive to do it the old-fashioned way. But we will eventually also have some sheep, and I plan to do more cotton, but only once I can afford to buy the harvesting equipment for it. And then we will also probably get Granny's knitwear shack and make sure we're utilizing that production. haven't really thought about where I want this this series to end. This is actually the first episode I recorded in about 2 weeks. I had a couple of, I think I had 5 recorded ahead, and so I still have one left to publish either tomorrow on Wednesday or in 2 days on Thursday, because I have been doing the other playthrough with the Tragedy Strikes, and I noticed today that I have about 15 episodes pre-recorded for that. So I'm going to try and get this to like maybe 5 or 6 episodes ahead, and I might start putting in some Asheron's Call just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Like every 3rd or 4th day we throw in an Asheron's Call video, just to keep things, keep it from getting stale, because I know that people are really interested in Farming Simulator 25. They are, but I am seeing content creators, and I was really surprised, but I've noticed that a handful of them have come back to creating content for 22, and now I think that they wanted to finish their playthroughs. They had series that they want to finish, and my understanding is there's been a lot of like bugs as far as screen flickering with 25, and I think a lot of people have decided to just kind of step back and wait for some of these bugs to get cleaned up. That way they can provide content that they're happy with, because they can't really do anything to fix the flickering. And so I think that there's been some people that have decided to just kind of come back to 22 and provide more content, which is great because it'll give me more ideas that I can poach and call my own. But I think that's what all the playthroughs are to an extent. I don't know if anybody's doing too much original content at this point. But there are contracts available in 25 that just are not available in 22, such as deadwood and hauling. So that is definitely interesting. I know you can get a mod for 22 to do some transporting of goods, but this playthrough we are done doing contracts. My other playthrough, I'm the only farm on the map, so there are no contracts. I know we have lots of things that we want to do on this playthrough, and that's what's I've been finding so enjoyable about them, because there's still so much to do and so much to explore. There's so many maps on 22 that I can't imagine right now jumping over to 25 before the new year. Mostly because I don't think anybody's going to buy me the game. Let's see what Santa does. I've been trying to keep an eye out, though, for steering wheel and the heavy equipment package. I believe Logitech makes one that's not terrible, but I'm trying to find it secondhand, because I really don't want to pay $300 for that heavy equipment bundle. And I don't care for racing games, so steering wheel for me is only for Farming Simulator, or some sort of construction simulator maybe. I've never been coordinated enough to do flight simulators. Even though I think that they're cool and the graphics for them have been advanced for so long, and the flight simulators have always been a step ahead of everything else when it comes to vehicle simulation games. They've always been a step ahead of everyone. I mean, they do have the financial backing of Microsoft, so that tends to help. But it's just like there's no farming simulation game out there that really compares, on equal footing with Farming Simulator. I mean, there are some other games that are similar, but nothing that has this much depth. And sadly, it's not even close. But I do think that we are making great progress. And April, we're going to cut our grass. All I do is pick it up, put it in there, into be processed into silage, which is fine. If I get a horse or something like that, we'll process it a little bit further into hay, feed the horse what we need for, a while, and just put the rest into silage, or we'll get sheep and do the same thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But it is good to get back onto vintage survival, though. Well, vintage poor boy, I should say. I'd love to hear from you guys, though. I really am wanting to advance this, but I've had instances where I'm like, oh, do I really want to do that? And I'm like, I wish I had some input, and where I could get an idea or two from a viewer, and or figure out a way to get more involvement, because I do like the engage aspect with viewers and seeing what they'd like us to do. I think anybody that tries to create content really wants to have that involvement with their audience. But as you guys can see, what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to hire a person, because I want to find a slurry spreader, and we just need to, there we go, slurry tanks. That one's 22,000, but it only holds 8.2. That holds 15, but it's not a spreader. That's the other thing, is I want to make sure I'm finding a spreader. That one's 58. Holds 13. Well, aren't we getting expensive? This one here holds 31. It's affordable, at least, but it's tiny. This holds 10. It's not terribly priced. Just looking these over. Holds. I mean, 10's not terrible. I probably wouldn't do anything to it. I think what we'll do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to buy this one. Yeah, we're going to buy it so that way we can get some of that slurry used up. But what I think I'll do is I will leave it here for this episode. And when we come back next time, we'll have all this planted, but we won't move on to April yet. I do want to get that slurry put down on these fields as much as I can. And if we look at this field here, yeah, looks like we're going to finish this field up on this pass. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll pick up our slurry spreader and get some slurry put onto these fields, and then we'll move on to the month of April. And we will eventually use up our fertilizer, of course, because I don't think we're going to produce enough slurry to continuously be able to fertilize everything all the time. But until that time, you know, I do appreciate you guys tuning in, and if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Also, if you could share and subscribe if you haven't done so already, that would also be highly appreciated. Please never ever hesitate to reach out and leave a comment. I love to hear from everybody. So, that in mind, this is Graybeard Gaming, wishing you the best of days. We will see you guys next time. See ya!